This episode of Bussin' with the Boys, is presented by Barstool Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's today? Is it? It's October 26th.
Yes.
It's the Monday. But guess what? You know, at the end of the week, that Saturday piece, and you know, in college and high school, when you got that weekend piece that turns into a Halloween piece, you knew it's gonna be a bit of a deal. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're on the last episode of Spooktober. We are so excited to have you today. Let's fucking go!
Happy Halloween!
Oh my God, we run strong for 4 weeks long. 4 weeks long, we've ran strong.
Dude, it's been a great fucking month, dude. We've turned the entire month into a holiday.
And I'm fried. Absolutely fried. Everywhere I turn, everywhere I look, I'm seeing something trying to stab me. I'm seeing them unseeables. The unseeable was coming to get me. Life's a little scary.
There hasn't been a good sleep all month.
It has not.
It's been stressful. At this point, you're like, it's like burnt out. You're like, you get a little burnt. You're like, holy fuck, I gotta watch another one tonight.
But that's the thing about Halloween. When you go 31 days, yeah, you're a little burnt out at the end. There's that classic banger, like 4th of July. It's your favorite holiday.
Ooh, second favorite.
4th of July, you start watching the fireworks. Yeah, it's a little long-winded, but that ending, that finale, baby, that's what you wait there for.
You just sit there.
Here we are.
You just sit there.
Only got 5 days left of Spooktober. God bless. And on this episode, the boy and I are going to take you down a little fucking whirlwind. We're going to go down our little time machine when we were just little puplets, and we're going to talk about a little time when we first experienced the Halloween. So let's get started, and then we'll go up, and then we'll just go up until we're older, and it'll be fucking amazing.
Let's talk about Halloween. Trick or treating, dude.
Halloween, dude.
Childhood experiences. How was yours? How was your Halloween experiences growing up?
When I look at old photos of myself, I was always a lion or a bear.
Like a cute little lion?
A cute ass little lion, dude.
Like you got the painting with the whiskers
painting,
put on?
3 whiskers.
A little brown nose.
Yeah, and that cute little
mane
going around my head. I appreciate you saving me on that one, dude. I was about to hit that
the cute little
piece. I was about to go there, and I was about to hit a fucking brick wall. A brick wall of nothingness.
A fur.
That fur that goes around the head had that little deal. That was like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think I was like a pumpkin, and my brother was like a crayon.
I'd say, hey.
You know what I mean? You know those costumes in Walmart, dude.
That's a classic.
Bill and them, they didn't really take Halloween serious, did they?
Yeah, Bill didn't take Halloween too serious. My mom did. You know how it is. Low income, so you got to make your costume sometimes. Yeah. One year I wanted to be the Ultimate Warrior, so she made me a goddamn Ultimate Warrior. She made me a little a belt, like a championship belt. I wore underwear, I guess.
Yeah.
And I painted my face, dude.
Stain free.
And I went bobbing for apples at that Halloween party.
You did not.
Went bobbing for apples.
I'm sweating. Just am so excited that Halloween's right there.
Dude, I know.
When you were talking, I put my elbow like this, and I thought there was a witch right there.
Yeah. Hey, the boys did a great job.
They did an amazing job.
Shout out to the boys.
And it stayed strong all month. I mean, I've kind of coiled this little deal up a little bit. That's starting to look a little bit of a deal. We've done it, dude. And this is where your tier ones, your tier twos, give yourself a fucking pat in the back, man.
Even
You
tier
say
threes,
so
dude. You're
John.
part of the bus. You're
No,
part
dude,
of it.
They are. They don't want to. They don't want to.
It's like you rank them, and then you see them arguing. You see them going back and forth a little
Yeah.
bit on social media. But you got to let them know that we love all of them.
Yeah.
Anybody that's a part of this journey with us, dude, we appreciate them.
Even the haters. Even the ones that are like,
you need them. You need the haters.
you need them. They keep you fueled.
Yes.
But also, there's nothing better when someone hates on you a little bit, and then they come full circle.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're tier one.
You know what is it? What's the old Rick Ross? It didn't say if you have haters, you don't have any haters, you ain't popping or something
That's
like
something
that.
like that shit.
It's something like that.
I'll tell you what,
dude.
that might have been verbatim. That was so smooth what you said. That might have been verbatim.
You know you're doing something right when you got people who kind of
Yeah.
want you to fail.
no question.
You know what I mean?
No, hey, no one ever made history following the rules.
Oh, that was
Let's
solid.
go.
That was good.
I'm
That
pretty
was
sure that's
good.
Marilyn Monroe. But it ain't about her. It's about that Spooktober. And here we are.
What else did you dress up as? I heard the lion.
I know. I was a lion. I hit that when I was like 4 and 5. That's when, for me, I was like really started to understand Halloween. I think 4 and 5, I was like, all right, there's candy out there. to
Yeah.
get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Parents walking me from door to door.
Oh yeah.
Got that pillowcase piece. But when you're 4 and 5, you're not rocking the pillowcases yet. You're rocking the jack-o'-lantern, the little jack-o'-lantern with the black strip that's going to break once you get too much candy in there. But you got that because you're staying
Yeah.
deep. That's your little deal. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you get smart. You get savvy around 8 or 9 and you fucking get that pillowcase on you.
Yeah.
Dude. Then pillowcases are firm, they're strong, and they get hiding places under the bed. Then pumpkins are hard to hide.
And
dude.
you get a
They're
lot more
fucking thick.
volume in the
A
pillowcases.
lot more volume. But when I was like 4 or 5, I was always rocking. I think, you know what? Shame on young Taylor, because I was really, I kind of went 2 years in a row being this, two years in a row being that. There was not a lot of imagination in the boy apparently. But
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which, you know what? I think I'm a pretty imaginative guy now.
Yeah.
But I guess when I was 4 or 5, I was just a fucking follower. I was a
You
sheep.
kind of didn't know. You didn't really know. You know
I
what I mean?
didn't really
you
know.
walk up to your first house and somebody hits you. You say trick or treat, and somebody says trick, and you're like, fuck.
And in your head, in your 4-year-old head, you're just like, listen, asshole, just give me the candy.
I don't
and get
know.
out of here. Yeah. What this trick? What this
I want the candy.
Oh, hey.
I know, but
no,
I
no.
kind of went Dracula voice.
You did?
It was like a young Dracula.
Vodka's
Yeah,
going on,
Vanta.
yeah.
I want the candy.
I want the candy. Dude, so 4 and 5, I know it's been so long-winded, but the boy was a Power Ranger. It was a red Power Ranger.
Power Ranger was tight back then, dude.
Tight as fuck back then.
Which one was your favorite Power Ranger?
Red.
I was
But I'll tell you what, now if I had to pick, the black Power Ranger. I like the
you
black
just a
Power
fan of the Black Power
Ranger. I
Ranger?
like the color.
Just the all black kind of looks a little more tough.
It was black with the white stripes. Just like Pokemon, just like all that shit, like the OG
yeah.
Power Rangers were for me. Once that started getting all over the place,
Yeah, like
though
space type.
Even though the Black Power Ranger kind of came in a little late, I like the OGs. And
The Black Power Ranger was an OG.
I don't think he was. I think it was yellow, blue, red.
No, because the Black Power Ranger was tough as fuck on the video game.
I'll tell you what,
he could do
though.
the little spinny move.
Was that
I
like
mean, that's all I got. But I want to say the Black Power Ranger was part of the OGs, dude. I was
he?
a big Tommy fan. I was big where he was green, goes to white. The first movie, when the first Power Ranger movie came out.
dialed in, huh?
Yeah, I was dialed in on the.
Dialed in on the
I was a
Power
big
Rangers.
Tommy guy.
I need
He had that smooth
Alex. I need to
ponytail.
know if Black was an original Power
There you
Ranger.
go. Red, black, blue, yellow, pink, and then
Green,
green
was
came
added
later.
later. So
Right, Tommy was kind of somebody that came into the
yeah,
crew
Black
later.
was in there. Yeah, shit. So the red. I was the red Power Ranger.
That was a
on-
green. That
around
was a
4 or
green
5.
flute.
Was that his thing?
That was a green
I need Dragon Sword power!
Power Ranger.
When they'll just fucking. They're so.
It's Morphin time.
Yeah, and they all get in their fucking dinosaur, and it was like.
yeah.
It was like the worst, dude. I ripped that. The OG. I think it was this.
My mom got
That
me
was
the red
pretty
Power
much
Ranger
it right
suit.
there, dude. That was pretty much it.
And I was so pissed off because I wanted the green one. They didn't have the green one, bud. I'm just fucking pouting, dude, like a little bitch.
I'm sure there's not a lot of 4 and 5-year-olds listening to our podcast right now, but if there are, and if you were 4 and 5 at one time, which is everybody in the entire world,
Yeah.
you'll know this: having some sort of mask on during Halloween, it's a good idea at the time, but it's always debilitating Always. Like you're 45 minutes into that thing and you're like just breathing. You're like about to pass out. You're in that fucking sauna.
You feel all the sweat all over your lips and cheeks and stuff.
You're like four. Like I gotta be the Red Power Ranger, but also yeah. But I gotta be a Red Power Ranger. But I kind of like being Taylor right now, just with a red suit on.
Yeah,
because, damn, I'm hurting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you get older and you start going to Party City, grabbing the wolf masks
Ooh,
and all
yeah.
like the big ones that kind of cover your face, and it's like they're all over the place.
Yeah.
That's a good idea at the time, and then you're 30 minutes into the deal, and you're like, I gotta fucking take this thing off. But the outfit doesn't go with it unless
Yeah.
over the mask.
And then another great thing about being young and Halloween are those Halloween parties at school.
Man,
Friends, you give cards, you'd have a little Halloween party, and you'd wear your jersey or something and just be like a dead player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just paint a white face on you.
Dead player?
Yeah, and you just put webs over you and you just be considered a dead baseball
You
player.
would go whiteface? That's pretty fucked. Like,
I mean, like a ghost, like you're a dead player. You know what I'm saying? Dead baseball player.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Because the ghost.
I'll tell you what, man.
You were
close.
white face. Like,
That was
what do you
close.
fucking-
I'll tell you what. I'll have a little bone. I'll wait till I'm a little older in this Halloween because I'm gonna do my best to stay on a timeline.
Yeah,
But I gotta talk about something when I'm older. Remind me to talk about something.
I will. I'll remember
Do you
that.
remember, do you know what it is?
No. I'm just saying I'm going to remind you.
Remind me before it's over.
He's like, oh, you know what it is, don't you? Like, no, I'm just saying.
You
like,
were
I'll
there.
remind you.
I'll say that it happened last year.
Okay. I can't wait for the story.
All right, perfect. So 4 and 5.
Why are we still on 4 and 5?
Well, what were you? What were you?
I'm just talking about our youth. Like,
Yeah, but just hit me with 4 and 5 and 6. Like, what were
I'm talking about when I'm old enough to kind of like,
All right, how
you're
about this
kind of in
one?
the dressing.
1 to 10. Hit me with your staple deals.
I want to say the staple move, like, because you would have a Halloween party at school and then you want something a little different when you were going trick or treat.
Oh wow, you were a twofer.
I would try to be.
I was a recycle guy.
Yeah. Use same stuff over and over.
Can't hide that money, can you, Will?
Yeah,
2 costumes?
I was like a high maintenance little kid. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted a lot,
Yeah.
and my mom would just, God bless her heart. You know, the boy we were poor, so it would be we have to paint this, we have to kind of make homemade stuff, and I would kind of just sit there like, fuck, I just want a costume from Walmart that all the cool kids are getting,
Yeah, no question.
and I got to wear fucking homemade shit that you're cutting out construction paper. You got to paint my face, and I just got to sit there like a little pissed off little kid, dude.
I'll tell you what, man. I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been there.
and you just don't know. You know what I mean? You're like, why can't I get this stuff, dude?
Why can't we just go out and buy it? It's not like
Yeah.
it matters.
Right,
What are you
right,
talking about? When I was like after the 4 and 5 phase, I was see, I'm just going in order, baby.
I think it's incredible how you're recalling being 4 and 5.
When I was literally, I told you 4 and 5 was like when Halloween hit it for me.
Yeah.
I can see myself walking in my block right now, dude. Like
running your block too.
with the boys going around the circle hitting it.
with
five.
with 5 boys at 5 years old.
Rolling fucking deep at Crazy's house. Stop
You
by
call
her.
your buddy's house. Hey, your mom gonna let you come over? We go to my house first.
Kellen
Then we go to
Corkum.
yours.
Kellen Corkum was my best friend at the time, dude. We had a fucking squad that rolled deep.
Yeah.
And I told you guys a couple episodes about Crazy who owned the warehouse. So my parents, no joke, 7 years old at this point. And no one does this anymore. It's 2020. People getting snatched up everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like okay, hide your kids, hide your wife,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
hide just because we're ripping everybody out here. That
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Yep.
Y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
Well, when I was like 7, that shit wasn't really going down in the 90s, baby. I was like 98.
Yeah.
So my parents would go to Crazy's house where like that was like home base. That was pretty much home base for all the families. And then the kids would venture off into the great abyss. It was like dark out. The lights for some reason never worked on Halloween, at least in this boy's mind right here.
Yeah.
Them lights never worked. And my boys and I would roll deep. So a couple years after, the boy was what was I? I was a vampire for 2 years.
Vampire was an easy out. Like
And
if
I was 2 years in a row the vampire
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
And then get this. This is probably the most embarrassing Halloween.
lips painted really red and shit, got the
Yeah.
little fangs
Yeah.
going on. Sit there with slick back, you spray paint your hair black,
if you
just
wa-
looking kind of stupid. Like
If you wanted it bad too, you'd get the little red caps and you put on your teeth and you bite down and then the blood would come.
and you
drooling
just
down.
turn to your friend, like
Yeah, like waffles.
just fucking
scare the
blood,
hell out of 'em.
yeah, blood running down the cheeks.
no
dude.
question. So fucking, I was that. But my most embarrassing one, and my mom actually, shout out Kelly Riley on this one because she smacked this costume. Titanic came out. Every night in my dreams.
I'm with you. I'm just
Right?
trying to hear what.
I know, but
what do you mean? What did
she?
she?
Titanic came out. It was my favorite movie. I saw it 4 times in theaters.
Okay.
Came out on VHS, them double-sided pieces. You know what I'm saying? Them two it was like a book.
Right.
It's like the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went to Blockbuster, got the Bible, which was the Titanic for me.
Yeah.
Obsessed with the movie. Decided to myself, I don't want to be Jack Dawson. I don't want to be the captain. All I wanted to be was a crew member of the Titanic. I swear to God, dude.
it.
I'll find a picture of this too.
Though when you're a kid, man, you just the weirdest shit, dude.
Like, you don't want to be the captain? I remember my mom literally asking me, I'm pretty sure I was 7 or 8 when this movie came out. And she's like, you don't want to be the captain? It's like, no, I just want to be the guy in the crow's nest, Mom. You want to be the... And looking back, I'm like, oh, you want to be the guy that fucked everybody up by not paying attention to the iceberg.
Yeah.
And so my mom went to the store, dude, went to Goodwill, snagged me like a suit, like a blue suit, and like put on like little things you would get if you worked on a ship, and made me one of those In-N-Out burger hats or whatever, but whited out the In-N-Out burger. But I was killing it, bro. I was absolutely crushing it. And I had a little name tag that said SS Titanic.
That's great though.
And the boys were rolling deep that
Dude,
year.
I tell you what, when you walk up and then you all go to a house and you come back, you're like, hey, how many pieces of candy did you get?
Yeah.
And you get a little tight if somebody got an extra piece of candy,
Yeah.
or they grab the king size.
Ooh. Or there's the houses that, like, if you live in a school, like not a school, if you live in like a neighborhood, like an actual neighborhood,
Yeah.
where the houses are bang 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 bang, suburban neighborhood, boom 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 boom, which is where I lived in that like short little time. There'd be the houses that embraced the spook, right?
Yeah.
That would have everything, and then the parents would be outside, handed out candy on their way to Crazy's house.
Yeah.
And then there'd be them other shit stick houses that don't embrace the spook, and they'd put the bowl of candy out there with a tag, with some fucking asshole tag that says, "Please take one."
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yes, dude.
You would never take one.
Right.
And shout out to all the kids out there that are listening when their parents probably don't let them listen to this podcast because we do curse a lot.
Or I assume there's probably a lot of like parents that are listening that
Yeah.
they can probably take tips.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they probably have little young bucks,
You
little
need
young wolves.
Parents, put out a thing that says take as many as you want because they're gonna. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
They want to so
Yeah.
bad. They want to look at you innocently like trick or treat.
Yeah.
They just want to be able to grab a handful. Like how much can they, like the claw.
Yeah. And they sift through.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't
Yeah.
want Twizzlers. I don't want the Skittles. Get the Skittles.
Yeah, yeah.
Pieces. The Reese's Pieces. They like mumbling to themselves. Like you're just
Yeah.
looking at the kid like, yeah, what a weirdo.
I know.
What
I
an
think of
absolute
the parents that don't want to do anything for Halloween. I think of Big Daddy. Remember when they pull up for trick or treat? It's like, hey, he keeps
Yeah,
knocking.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, Jay, we got a kid out here, trick or treat, man. It's Halloween. And the guy like waits for him to go away. Then he goes around back and goes inside, like hits him in the shoulder. And he's like, gets up and he comes and gives him like a bag of like
checks.
Yeah,
Chex cereal?
checks.
Yeah.
A whole box of check cereal. He's like, wait, the watch. He wants the watch. Give him the watch. He takes off his
watch,
watch. He's like, hey, trick or treat. He's like, happy Halloween. Hey, tell the kid happy Halloween.
Kangaroo song, the kangaroo song.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, how you doing? Happy Halloween. We got a first timer out here.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's good. Trick or treat.
Dude, so yeah, I was SSS Titanic. That was my shit. That was like probably the most staple in my head as a child costume.
I believe it.
What was yours? Some sort of wolf.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
It was remember when I was young, I was scared of wolves. Remember, I was scared of wolves.
Yeah, we've been peeling back layers.
Yeah,
in these
I was
last few
scared of the
podcasts, though.
wolves back in my day because I got pranked, got scared.
Yeah.
And then also the goosebumps, the werewolf always spooked me. So I was never really a wolf.
Yeah.
Staples though, I felt like I was something different every year. But there was always like the foundation of throwing together a costume was always being a dead athlete, whatever sport I was playing at that time.
Really?
Yeah. My mom would always talk me into it.
It's probably the cheapest route.
Yeah.
Definitely the cheapest route,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. But it was fun though, dude. I'm all about Halloween. And then, okay, we won't get ahead. We won't
But take
jump
me
ahead.
a little bit ahead.
Let's get to we've talked about it before.
Well,
but
let me-
middle school, when you start learning, when you're watching the shows, and then I got introduced to the Rocket Power and Mischief Night.
Yeah.
And you're all in on TP and houses. Like we had a minivan. All the boys, we jump in the minivan, dude. And my mom, again, shout out my mom. She's
Oh,
big.
damn,
She embraces
your
the
mom
spook,
does
dude. Now that I'm
embrace the
thinking
spook.
about it, she would
And
drive
she would
us
take
around.
you to TP houses.
Yeah, she would be the getaway car, and we'd drive. She'd take us in the minivan, and we'd drive, and we'd go TP our friend's house and everything else. But one time, one Halloween, she set our ass up. she told her friends that we were going to come get their house and to be ready to scare the shit out of us.
Nice move, Mom.
And so we're in the middle TP in the house, and they just rip a four-wheeler out, take a chainsaw noise, and we're like, oh my God, everybody run, dude. And she set her ass up. But dude, mischief night was a huge staple in middle school.
Yeah.
You'd be like, you'd go and you'd be in Walmart, and you'd have a corny little joke that you thought you had an original joke. You'd check out at the cash register, be like, oh, you know how it is, my tummy's hurting, we got a lot of wiping to do later. You'd stack all the toilet paper
Snicker
up.
with
Big, oh, what do you got going on? Oh yeah, we got people going number 2 a lot. Hitting your boys like he don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, no question.
Check out, throw in the back, dude, and just go rip toilet paper everywhere. And then you'd go when your parents weren't with you. That's when people would kind of start egging. You take
You guys went as
eggs,
far as egging.
yeah, and you'd egg some houses and
Some
stuff.
bad
I know,
boys
some
out
bad
there,
shit,
huh?
dude. But you'd have friends would be on alert, dude, because you never want to be the guy that got.
Yeah.
Because you'd have a crew, like say we would all be a crew.
Yeah.
But low key, some of us want to get somebody else. Like we might want to get Taylor's house. So Taylor would sit out at night on nights that nothing was happening. You'd be like, oh, I bet the boys are out TPing. So you'd set up. We had a buddy, Sean. He would set up by a tree with a BB gun. So anybody would come to his house, he'd just start shooting people.
Damn.
Yeah. Dude, hey, I'm telling you, man, Missouri, bro, we get down on some shit now.
I'll tell you what, it sounds like Sean might be in jail now, huh?
No, I don't know what he's doing.
Hey, shout out Sean.
Yeah, shout out Sean.
He listens to this podcast.
Hopefully.
You bet your ass.
Yeah.
He's sitting there in prison with his boys. My boy Will Compton got that podcast.
Hey, did you hear him? I'll shot them boys.
He's got
I'll
his
shoot
1
them
hour,
boys.
1 hour in the yard, listening to the
shoot them
radio
boys.
or whatever.
Paintball gun, anything. Just,
I have a dent in
Some
my
people
head
be
from Roy
ready.
Giller from shooting with a paintball gun during Halloween.
yeah. What?
Still a dent right here. It's like you can feel it's like beep.
Oh, so that's what's.
Well, there's a few other things. I got this. Feel this little thing
That's
back here.
the problem.
Feel that right there. Put your hand up right there.
Oh, yeah. You got a dented head,
What
dude.
is that, dude?
That's what's going on.
There's something
That's
up
what's
there.
wrong.
I'll tell you what. Lost all my times tables after that one.
What about you on Mischief Night? Were you a Mischief Night guy? Were you kind of like a delinquent? Oh, I know you were definitely
Give
a
you a couple
delinquent.
guesses, my baby.
You were probably a fucker that would do you would probably egg people and put syrup on cars and probably throw flour on top. I never did that. I just knew that people did that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
we've done that. I'll tell you what I used to do. So
Isn't that fucked up, dude?
Yeah.
Maple syrup, cold night, fucking dust
bad.
dust flour on it afterwards. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I believe
For
that.
sure
dude.
done that. I actually there was a point in my life about 3-4 years, 5-6 years, where Mischief Night was more important to me than Halloween.
Yeah.
And so growing up in Arizona, for those of you listening, doesn't rain a lot there, especially in October. Not a big
Yeah.
rainy month.
Yeah.
But if it would ever rain, I think it happened 1 or 2 times when I was a kid, the night before Halloween. Rich people only have grass in Arizona, and now the rich people got turf. They're getting smarter because that water bill gets a little ridiculous.
Their heads
But
on a swivel with Spooktober.
Where I was living, everybody had rocks. Like that was your yard, was
Yeah.
rocks. Well, if it rained, we'd go and buy like 15, 20 packages of fruit by the foot, or fruit
Fruit
by the foot.
roll-ups?
Fruit roll-ups, fruit by
Yeah.
the foot, that type of stuff. And you lay it out over people's yards when it was about to rain. And then it would rain down, it would dye all of their rocks. Like blue and green
Yo,
and red.
Who thought of that?
I know,
It's
that's what I'm thinking.
It's crazy, like because it's still warm enough for it to kind of like ooze in there. But I mean, it was really like that's when the weather was breaking. Like literally October 31st was like, it's finally starting to
Dude,
break.
different parts of the country, man. Kids
It's
are going to
crazy.
get theirs.
No
They're
question.
thinking out there. They're thinking.
But if it's
because you said
raining-
the rain thing, it's like perfect time to be TPing somebody because toilet paper. You know how it gets when it
It's
gets wet.
so-
It's
you're
like
not
they're out there
getting that
cleaning
off
up
at all,
they're
dude.
out there cleaning up the next day. Like fuck, dude.
I'm taking my kids out for sure to go egg and TP houses.
TPing.
Go for it.
You probably let them egg.
I'm not gonna. I probably won't take cover
Yeah.
your own ass, but
You'll tell them about it and be like, hey,
I'm
don't
gonna
tell,
give
don't
Win
tell your
Rebel.
mother.
I'm gonna give Win Rebel and her sister a couple of notes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little book. Hey, keep this away from your mom.
Yeah, hey, here's the Spooktober playbook.
Another thing we used to do. I mean, there was the classic like I would stand on one side of the road, you would stand on the one side of the road, and then a car would come up, and then
The invisible rope?
Invisible rope.
Yeah.
But then what we'd also do is take wire and put it like from tree to tree, and then have it so it's super straight so you couldn't really see it, and then cars would drive by, and it would you key a car, it would key the entire top of the car.
Holy shit.
So it would like literally make this giant, like shaving a piece of like a huge strip of paint off cars. So we would do that.
I don't know if I'm like, oh, that's sweet,
These
dude.
things are about to change. throw rocks through windows.
Oh, you're fucked up.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. There's this kid I went to school with. He definitely listens to this. He moved to New York. His name's Anthony Romano. Called the Maggot.
Kids, hey, don't do what fucking Uncle Taylor's telling you. Dude.
Hey, we were fucking bad kids. But Maggot, dude, that was my boy. And we would get into some shit when we were 11 and 12 years old. We would do the wire thing. It got kind of hairy out there, dude. There was a couple things. I remember some guy chased me down for like 3 blocks in his car, romping curbs and shit like that, just to chase down an 11-year-old.
Jesus.
I'll tell you what, Arizona is dangerous out there.
And
boys.
when you get to that age too, it's kind of like Halloween's not as cool anymore, so you're more into the mischief night.
Yeah.
And on Halloween, instead of like doing the trick or treating, you want to have like all these masks and shit to scare kids.
Right.
Like you want to go set up at somebody's house and be like, oh, we're gonna be the spookiest house and scare all these kids. type of thing.
Yeah. Dude, fuck. I mean, before we get away from like middle school, I got a little bit of an embarrassing tale to tell.
How old were you?
I was 12 years old. The kid's name was Matt Rio.
Perfect. Right age. We're in the right age.
All right. So I'm 12 years old. I'm with my boy Matt Rio. And like, you know, when 12 hits, you kind of starting to realize like, oh, there's movement down there.
yeah. We've had the stories. Stories have been told. Tales have been told on here about the first times.
Yeah. And so like, you're really starting to notice girls a little bit. So I'm 12 years old with Matt Rio. Matt Rio is a thick with like 4 C's boy. Like he's a fat little chubby kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We go take them fruit roll-ups out there. And I'd be putting him on the rocks, and he'd be sneaking a few in them cheeks of his, like a pack rat. Like
that's the age
throwing them
too
in
at
the
12
corners.
where you're kind of your defense mechanism is like, yeah, my parents told me I was big boned.
Yeah. You'd be like, hey, you ever hide food from your parents too? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So Matt Rio was definitely that kid. So me and Matt Rio are out there. I'm probably in my mind, I'm in that SS Titanic workman, but I definitely wasn't. It was like, you're too cool for school. I was like a skateboarder or some shit like that for Halloween.
Yeah,
we're walking around. These 2 girls pop up next to us. They start talking to us for a little bit, and they got a couple of little cannons on there. I mean, back 13 years old, probably a couple of mosquito bites, but it was enough for the board.
Right.
Bink, I saw. I was like, there's something going on down there.
That's the age where you're looking at fruit, kind of like, oh, look at them cans. Type of thing.
You're looking at a fruit, be like, man, I'll take that thing for a ride, right? I'll take that piece for a ride. A cantaloupe. So these girls start talking to us, and I'm like, damn, these girls are kind of hot. What's the deal? And they're like flirting, and I'm like, and they're like kind of just a little. I tell you what, 2 kinds of girls on Halloween. These girls are 13, just a little slutty. They were cats, but it was like, oh, these cats are trying to put out.
Yeah.
And
these cats trying to put out, hey, you hold hands? You go arm around at the movies, first date?
Oh, shit.
Oh, you ain't prude.
I'll tell you what. So these girls start talking to us, and one of them like whispers in the other girl's ear, and they look over us, and they're like, do you want us to flash you guys? And my buddy Matt Rio, he's like, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I get so uncomfortable, like so scared. I'm like, no, it's okay. You don't have to.
Probably the right move.
And they walk, and they're like, oh, okay. And I was like,
Prude.
all right, we'll see you guys later then. Okay, bye. Out of there, dude. Biggest regret of my life. I think I've told that story on this podcast before.
I don't think so. I don't think I've heard anything like
I
that.
tell you, probably my biggest regret of my entire life, in my mind. I'm like, man, a couple of pairs I've never seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What did
Dude,
Matt say?
I mean, I had an what'd you say?
What did Matt say?
Yeah, what did Matt say
he
to you
was
afterwards?
hot at me, dude. Matt was like, we walked away and it was quiet for the next 3 or 4 houses. You know what I'm saying? And you at that age, you kind of get the look from parents like, you guys are a little old to be trick-or-treating out here, aren't you? You know what I'm saying? What are you guys doing? Like, just put the fucking almond joy in the bag, all right? You
Taylor's dressed up as the SS Titanic.
know? No, it's a skateboard.
he's 6'9".
Hey, his buddy Matt's the Glacier. That they fucking the iceberg that they fucking.
Oh my god, dude, for real. We was quiet for a little bit, and me and Matt Rio played on the Silverhawks together. It was a travel baseball team, and I remember going to practice about a week later. Not a week later, like a couple of days later, and it was like all the kids like knew. He told all the kids, and I was like, oh, fuck. Never turned down a pair since
It's
then.
tough when you get labeled
Since I've been
prude.
married- obviously I'm married
I got
now,
broke
but I
up
turn
with
down
in
pairs all the time.
Yeah, I got broke up with in 7th grade because I was
And I
labeled
also don't
prude.
turn down pairs all the time. Like women just walking up to me to show me pairs. Like I got pulled like that.
Stop
You see
digging.
my DMs though. I got dudes all up in them things.
Oh shit, dude, that's funny as
Hey,
fuck.
have you, side note, do you
I was
notice?
telling a prude story.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was
I
saying-
didn't know mine was done. Did you guys hear me take a breath? at
You were
all?
about to go into another one.
Hey, you know how I get.
I was saying I got broke up with in 7th grade. How old are you in 7th grade? What is that age?
13.
13. So about the
12,
same
I
age.
was 12.
I got broken up with because I was too prude.
I was old.
This girl wanted me to make out with her and stuff, and I shelled up, dude. I folded.
Really?
I gave her a peck on the cheek and peck on the lip.
Wait. She tried to make out with you and you weren't about it?
Yeah, I shelled up, dude.
How aggressive are those makeouts when you're young? When you first make out with a girl,
Yeah.
your tongue's
You
in
gotta
her
take
tonsils.
Yeah, and you gotta take breaks to like wipe your face off.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I'm
it's
saying?
Oh, you're legit. That's fucking real, is it not?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
licked the mic on accident. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, broken up with prude. You hate being labeled prude, man. It's tough.
The thing is like you don't though. Like I hope to
Right.
God my kids are labeled prude.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. You're hoping that as a parent,
Yeah.
but when you're getting that street cred and you're trying to build that street cred, especially
Yeah.
in middle school,
As a boy.
and it's getting passed around, whispers are going around like, "Hey, Will's prude."
Yeah.
You're just like, "Fuck, man."
We'll have the chance to make out with the chick and you just kiss her in the cheek. What a bitch.
Yeah. Damn, Will, all that shit you talk, you folded up.
Hey, man, it was hot. It was hot outside.
Sitting there with my Hollister shirt on or something.
Oh, same.
Fuck.
Same. Not in middle school. Definitely not. In middle school, I was
Stupid
like
fucking
one of
A,
them.
that little, what do you call it? The shell necklace?
Puka shell.
Yeah, the puka shell
necky,
Hollister
dude.
shirt on, just
The
sitting there.
puka shell necky
prude.
was a bit of a deal, dude. Oh, I was, but no, in middle school, I looked like a Halloween costume every day.
Yeah.
I was in that all black piece. Got them. I had
You were goth, huh?
I was more punk than goth. Because I was
All
like,
the same.
I wasn't, no, it's not.
See, in your world, that's,
Because you don't know.
right, because I never moved that way. It was kind of like, oh, hey, they're goth.
I used
like
to see the job, like I used to roll with the kids that were kind of like they played sports, but they fucking hated because their parents made them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
was me. Rolling deep, Dickie shorts. Fucking, my asshole was. I've told this joke 1,000 times in this podcast, but if I wasn't wearing underwear, my asshole would be exposed. That's how low my shorts were. Ha 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 ha. And but I'd have like the underwear that had like the smiley faces on it. Like I would have like different graphic underwear because I knew like people were gonna see it.
Right,
And
because
I
you
would
wanted
think
to
to
sag
myself,
that much.
Yeah, and I would think to myself, man, I got 2 pairs of this smiley face underwear, but I can't be rocking them 2 days in a row because people are going to think, man, this dude don't change his underwear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have rolled together back then.
Oh, dude, Nathan Garrett, Joey Luttrell, pretty sure they're both in jail for real.
Yeah.
Them dudes. And Waylon. We all got that Waylon.
Well,
I'll tell you what though, dude, I had the chain wallet, I had the spiked wrist deals, the long hair.
Did you put
don't
mascara
care.
on your
I'll tell you
eyes?
what, there's this girl named Alex Maxudian. She probably listens to this pod too.
I love how everybody he brings up, they probably listen to this pod.
Yeah, you just think everybody.
Yeah.
You know, some girl turned me down. Now I'm in her Google search list. Nah, hell no. They don't give a fuck about me. But Alex Maxudian, dude, she was like, her parents are cool as shit. Shout out the Maxudian family. But she was like a little punk girl. And she would like have me come over. And I don't know what she had me under that spell. We now talk about undefeated. The boy was taking L's daily. And she, like, there was one day we made out one time. We went to Streets of New York, pizza place, had myself some potato skins. She put my hair in like the super like pointy all over the place. I thought it was cool as shit. She put makeup on me.
Oh, you were a loser, dude.
Nah, hey, chill. Hey, chill.
Yo,
Hey.
picture that motherfucker looking like Angelica from Rugrats. Just-
Oh, that's a good pull. Dude, so anyway, I'm at Streets in New York and she got makeup on me and I'm sitting there with her family and they were so cool they didn't give a shit. They might have cared, but no, I wasn't like that.
but like
I had
punk.
pigtails, bro. I had like the emo, like pointy, would have popped a balloon.
Like a lot of product and shit in it.
Yeah, a lot of product and shit in it. I'll tell you what, I slept over her house that night. Her parents were like the cool parents, right?
Yeah.
And I remember we were laying in bed together and we made out.
Is that you?
Yep, that was me. That's it right there. Yep,
dude.
that one in the middle. Boom.
Jesus.
Good Charlotte. Yeah, I want to be punk so bad. I wanted an eyebrow earring.
So
My
you were
dad wouldn't
basically in
let
a
me.
Halloween costume at all times. In
At
middle
all
school.
times, but I had long hair. I just didn't do my hair like that. I just had long hair, like put it in front of my face and shit like that. Middle school is a weird time for everybody, dude.
It always is for everybody. You're kind of learning.
You're
kinda
learning, changing.
Yeah, changing.
What about the boys? Best Halloween costume you guys ever had?
I don't really remember many of mine. The only one that I remember is I was like you, Will. We always had to homemade our stuff. Everything
Yeah.
was made at home. And so the one that I remember was I was probably 9, and I wanted to be a guy who got electrocuted. because I knew I could make do with what I had at the house. And so I took a bunch of clothes that I didn't like really wear, cut them up. Like, they looked all
you made
tattered.
your own costumes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
I mean, my mom was like supervising with the scissors and stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, I was cutting up the clothes. I remember we like sprayed my hair all black and like did my face all up like I got electrocuted, I guess. Yeah. My wife loves that one. She makes fun of it.
That's funny.
No
shit.
shit. That's hilarious.
Zach, what about you? You're probably a cute little costume kid, dude. You're probably a clown.
He was Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Actually, Taylor is right. I was Dale Sr. one year for Halloween.
Hey, I got a Dale Sr. shirt. That dude was a legend.
The super younger years, like I was like 2 or 3, I think I've got pictures where like a bumblebee, a lion. Then I got older, I was Scream.
Hold on, pause. General Patton would be like, imagine cute ass little General Patton as
Did he
as
just
a
try
bumblebee.
to? Did he just try to brush over Bumblebee?
Yeah, cute ass bumblebee,
Dude.
And I was like, that was probably like 2 or 3, or like maybe one.
Oh my dude, General Patton, you were so cute.
We need to
back
get
then.
Zach in a Bumblebee costume for Halloween.
No question.
And then last year I was a basketball player because I got access to some of our basketball stuff. So that was that's college years though. That's a little ahead of what we're talking about right now.
Dude, in college I was we can jump to college. I was Michael Myers like every year. Every year, dude. Like I just had the same construction guy outfit.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Like the overalls or whatever?
Yeah, like it's like a jumpsuit. Like was it
Like a plumber, like fucking
a mechanic
type.
jumpsuit?
Yeah. And just had the mask and I was Mike Myers.
But I'll tell you what, 30 minutes into wearing that mask, how'd you feel?
Sweaty.
Yeah, and you're like, I gotta take this mask off, but the thing doesn't go. No one's
Yeah.
gonna know what the hell I am.
Right. I wanted to be unknown.
Every Halloween for college, every year, I was an off-duty cop. Every single year.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think I've told you that, haven't I?
Yeah.
I would,
But you know,
I would,
CTE,
I would shave a mustache. I would wear khaki shorts, high thigh, like I wear now, high thigh khaki shorts and a tank top tucked in.
You were probably a big Super Trooper quote too, guy. Were you?
No, I love that
Like
movie.
when you were the Super Trooper.
I love that movie, dude. It's a great movie. I would just, my big line would always be to walk by kids at Halloween parties, drinking or smoking weed or something like that, and I'd be like, let me see some ID. And I'd be like, hey, I could do something about this, but I'm off duty. And I'd walk by and they'd be like, what the fuck is that guy doing?
Okay, come over here, right meow. See how many meows you can say?
Did you just say meow?
Yeah. I'll take a cola. Hey, that was a funny line too in Super Troopers.
Yeah, dude. I tell you what, I'm 95% sure. I'm 95. I was just reading that. I've had this exact same conversation.
Hey, that's
last year.
hilarious,
Word
dude.
for word.
Hey,
And you literally said last year I was Michael Myers, and you'd wear them. We didn't say the mask thing where you were breathing in the mask.
what's
but-
funny is we need to grab them
Yeah, put them right
and
next
have
to each
this
other.
moment.
Oh,
What
it's
Alex said
so
is,
funny.
Taylor and I
dude.
are sitting here ripping back and forth to each other, and he just writes, "You had this combo last year." ... Word for word.
Dude, it's so true. It is.
I'm all about Michael Myers. In college, I was Michael Myers 3 years in a row. I had a little jumpsuit.
it's a bit alarming.
I know, a bit. Yeah, it was a little weird. But I, bought one costume, and then every year, it's like, oh, I'll just be Mike Myers again. I'll just wear the mask and just be quiet in a jumpsuit every year, dude.
At Halloween every year in college I was an off-duty cop. I wore
Did you have the stash?
I had a stash, khaki shorts tucked into a tank top. And then I'd go by kids that I knew were underage drinking or smoking weed, and I'd say, "Hey, I could get you, but I'm off duty." And I tap them on the
But
shoulder.
I'm off duty.
I tap them off the shoulder and I walk away.
Did you have
They'd be like, "Yo,
aviators?
what the fuck is with that?" Of course I had aviators. I had aviators. I had the dick broom going. It was solid, dude. It was a solid little piece. You like that little comment there?
Yeah.
Little dick broom.
Like when Super Troopers 2, or did you ever do the instance where it's like, how many times can I say, I bet you this many times I can
The
say
mouse?
meow? Yeah.
No, I never
The
did
meow
that.
or whatever.
No, I didn't do that. But I do love those movies so much.
Hey, he's
So
got a dent.
true,
We know
dude.
for sure he's got a dent in his school. Me, we're still
A
figuring
couple,
it out.
yeah, a couple now.
2 dents.
Yeah.
I have one right here, but my thing's in the way. What are these called? Cans? My
Yeah,
can's in the way.
the cans.
And then the fucking deal in the back there. I'll tell you what, boys.
What about you guys in college, Alex? What about you? You didn't have a college story on here last year.
Easy stuff. My
You were
freshman.
probably like fucking Grease, weren't you? Dude,
No,
your hair
God, no.
black and
I wasn't
shit.
muscular
Trying to be
enough.
Slick.
No,
I'll tell you
no.
what, that would have been a great. I think that would have been a great costume.
I went.
Cigarette pack in the shirt, like we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
I went. I tried to go 1 year as a golfer because it was easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know. College costumes, you're just like
You're just trying to get
going
that,
out.
You're
Like
trying
I'm just.
you trying to get that deal.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to go out and do my thing. So I'm also just not wearing regular clothes. So I went out as a golfer, and everybody thought I was a Dunkin' Donuts employee.
Oh, that's funny.
So that sucked.
We got to pull up a picture of that when it.
At least people thought something. You know what I mean?
They thought something. You're right.
I mean, being Michael Myers would be so tough because how you drinking? You can't take the mask off at all. Masks on Halloween.
Yeah,
are tough,
I mean, for
dude.
sure.
You might as well go with face paint, not for Michael Myers, but if you can get away with face paint, do the face paint thing.
Yeah. No, you're right. Michael Myers, it's not like it was the smartest move for sure.
Yeah.
Because even if you're out on prowl, like, what the fuck are you going to do to Michael Myers? Like,
Or just keep the mask on the whole time.
yeah, I mean, if somebody's into that.
Hey, put your peep through the little hole.
yeah.
Like that Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah. You're trying to order at the bar or something, and you just got the mask. Like, all right, I got to go in the corner and fucking lift it up.
Not even like Spider-Man, not even up of the way.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
How about, dude, I want to jump to the parenting because I enjoy your family costumes.
Yeah. Every year it's a big conversation in our family. Did I wanted us to be a taco stand one year where Win would be the taco and I was like a bottle of Cholula and then Taylor would be like the stand itself.
Yeah.
You know? Didn't work out that way.
Yeah, that one right there.
So we go off every year. We pretty much just go off. I love how, would you type in to get all this?
Taylor Lewan Halloween.
I love the fact that there's even a category for that.
and
on
it's
Google.
the first picture. Taylor Lewan Halloween.
Yeah. So first off, look at them legs. Them little stick
Yeah.
boys. Do not sleep on them little legs, dude. They how strong are they?
They're strong.
They're strong legs.
They're strong, dude.
But Win at the time was like her obsession was Winnie the Pooh. And I think the year before this, I was Maui, and she was Moana.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of go off of Win. What are you into? What's your thing?
Because this year you've texted because you wanted us to be like, what is she into
We were
right now?
trolls. We were well, actually,
No, it was
Funny-
like the fuck.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah, Paw Patrol.
Yeah, Wayne
yeah.
loves Paw Patrol right
Yeah,
now, dude. She's a
yeah.
huge Paw Patrol girl. So I was Christopher Robin and Win was Winnie the Pooh, and it was honestly one of my favorite costumes. But
You pulled it off.
This past Halloween was so fucking cold, dude. It was freezing outside.
Really?
I was walking around out there. My bit in two pieces was inside me. It was so tough. And
My
Win
bit in two pieces.
Win didn't understand the concept of like going to get the candy yet. She started to figure it out, and then she like picked out all the blue ones, all
Yeah.
the almond joys, which is the worst candy.
Yeah.
She just pick out the blue wrappers and she put it in there, and she doesn't eat candy. So that one right there, we were at I was a penalty flag one year.
Solid.
My wife was a referee, and we were at the Kings of Leon Halloween party, and that's what we went as. It was like a last ditch effort, last second little deal. But it was
Did you
funny as
have?
shit.
Were you getting like holding calls and stuff that year?
I get penalties every year, man.
Well, I know this past
That's why
year.
this year, hey, hasn't it been different? Hope to God that plays.
I know.
We're shooting this in July, dude, and I'm telling you right now, hey, let me just start it again. Tell you what's been different this year, though, huh, Will?
Dude, you've done a great job.
No penalties.
Penalty free.
Just one or two.
Yeah.
There's some bullshit calls.
yeah, for sure. They could have went either way.
I tell you what, we shot this in July. Oh my God. Fingers are crossed, buddy.
I know.
This is going to backfire real bad if I get them penalties.
Maybe
again.
you're not even playing. Maybe we're not even playing.
Holy shit, imagine.
Yeah.
Hey, the boys are 9-0 right now. Hey, we're 9-0 right now, dude. That's crazy. No, the fan.
Oh shit, dude. Dude, I don't have kids yet. Can't wait for it to happen. To do the whole how they kind of celebrate their Halloween with all the different themes of the year, whatever Bean's into, or whatever your little human is
If you had a
into.
girl right now, would you name her?
I don't know.
If you had a boy right now, would you name him?
William Earl
See?
Compton the fourth. My second boy
Yo,
is gonna. My
okay.
second boy is gonna be Wolfgang.
Wolfgang Puck?
Wolfgang.
Puck?
Wolfgang. I don't know. I don't know the middle name yet, but Wolfgang Compton. Wolf Compton.
Is it really?
Yeah, second boy.
Nice.
Girl will be whatever Char wants. Hey, yeah, that year was fucking awesome.
That was a funny year. The funniest thing about this, one, it's not an original joke, but it's still super funny.
Yeah.
Two, Will asked me to be the fucking you in this thing.
Yeah, I did. So what we're looking at is Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen. Shout out the Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah, great
They
show.
had a post of them basically. Brian Callen's holding a cardboard piece and it says he's down for whatever with cash signs and everything. And Brendan Schaub looks like a
beat up
busted
hooker.
hooker. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, with a black eye and stuff. And I wanted to mimic it. Taylor wouldn't do it with me, so I had Charo do it with me.
Why didn't I do it with you? Oh, I didn't want
remember.
to do it because it wasn't original.
Yeah. And so Charo did it with me, and I basically put on one of Charo's tops, squeezed into it. Look at that brown sugar around that belly button.
I'll tell you what, there's a little bit of brown sugar.
Put on some tight jorts, dude.
Takes a strong man to expose that midsection like that in October.
I know.
Good for you.
Getting a little softer, times changing a little bit.
Yeah.
But Charo, she throws on a flannel. She's Brian Callen. I'm Brendan Schaub. We rip it, dude. Dude, it's kind of crazy how that came full circle, too. Mm-hmm. They reposted and stuff, and then the next year he's on our pod.
He came on the pod.
I know. Dude, I know.
Second biggest regret besides the tots was not being on the Brendan Schaub pod.
Shout out the boys, though.
During camp.
Yeah.
The boy was popped last year and all this bullshit, though, so.
Yeah. I know. I felt the little FOMO.
Yeah.
But that was solid. That was a solid costume. The year before when we were in Virginia playing on the Skins, Charo and I last minute went and just got some cheap costumes from Walmart. Shout out Walmart, no free shout outs. And
you dive deep on Walmart.
I know, dude. I'm a big Walmart guy. And just kind of those onesie costumes where I think she was a bunny and I was, I don't even remember what I was, maybe a wolf at this time, but just some quick costumes. Just bought a shitload of candy and wanted to spoil every kid that came to the house because we were in like a nice area where everybody trick or treats around the, I'm drawing a blank right now. Help me out.
Cul-de-sac.
Yeah, but like
neighborhood,
subdivision. Yeah, subdivision.
You said it with a question mark, but you still said it.
Yeah. All right, cool. But anyway, people trick or treated hard, so I wanted to go all out for everybody because you're thinking like, they want all the candy. Right. So they would come up and I would sit still with just a thing of candy, and they would like slowly kind of approach and try. It's okay, he's not gonna do nothing. There, boom, like scare him. I'm just joking. Come here, take as much as you want. Take as much as you want. We got so much in there.
We got so much in there. You guys want to see it?
Yeah, but take a handful. I'll take another handful. Like take 2 handfuls and just try and give them a great time.
Hey, leave your parents. Come with me.
Hey, and then all the leftover candy, you kind of just eat on it for the rest of the year.
Hey,
I know.
Hey, going back to when I was like 8 and stuff like that, I make that Halloween candy last till like December.
Oh, you hide it from your parents?
Shit was like stale in there. Yeah.
You kind of give some to your friends, be like, all right, hey, that's enough.
I didn't give shit to my friends.
Yeah.
Hey, you were a nicer boy than me. I tell you what, the more I look back on it, we're peeling back layers. You got a wolf deal. I guess it was a shit stick, huh?
You said you had Spike carrying makeup on.
No, that was
this girl
one night,
decorated you up one night saying, "Oh, her parents are cool." I guess they thought we were cool, and I'm thinking like, "Yeah, I'm sure they thought you guys were weird as fuck," but they just let you guys.
She
be
didn't
you.
have any makeup on at all. Actually, it was really weird.
Just dress you up.
It was just me and the makeup. Street to New York, dude. Street to New York, on Scottsdale Road, Scottsdale, like 93rd Street. Epic. No free shoutouts. But yeah, dude.
There we go.
Thank you for highlighting it because you weren't going to remember.
I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to remember. I wasn't going to remember your story from last year.
Listen, I need to take a deep moment. Last year, on Halloween, we took our daughter trick-or-treating. We came back. We put wind down. I get a knock at the door.
Oh, yeah. Now I know the story. This is a good one.
I'm FaceTiming with Will.
Because I went to Oakland at that time. I was gone. I didn't get to celebrate Halloween.
I know. I'm not really paying attention. I'm talking to Will about our Halloween night or whatever. We're FaceTiming, and we have a good time on FaceTime. Missing the boy because you just left.
Yeah, how is it, man? I'm like,
and we didn't get to finish Spooktober together.
Yeah.
Damn, it was kind of brutal. So, man, the doorbell rings. A couple kids come by, blah blah blah. But like this one was a little different. This guy, I opened the door. This older gentleman's with his 10, 11, 12-year-old kid. Not sure how old he is. I can't really tell ages of kid anymore. And he's like, eyes are big. You can tell he's excited to meet me. I didn't know this as my wife did. He's wearing an Atlanta Braves jersey and sweatpants. Trash uniform.
Yeah.
Trash costume. And
just, hey, trash, I'm still on the pod.
Dude, you gotta go all out. But like I said in this same podcast, when I was 11, 12, 13, I didn't give a shit about what I was doing. I just wanted the candy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This guy's like really excited. This kid's really excited to meet me, and I'm like, yeah, say this kid's here, blah blah blah. And Will's like, hey, let me see his costume. And I go, yeah, I'll show you. It's not that good of a costume. And
in front of the kid,
in front of the kid, in front of his dad, and I'm not paying attention to anything. Like,
because we're just on our.
I'm in the middle of the season, dude. I'm dealing with a lot of shit with the whole PED thing. I'm depressed. I'm legit depressed.
But we're just always boys on the phone anyway. Like we always think we're just in our own little space.
No one's really listening to us, but everyone's actually listening to us. I turn the phone and I show the kid, and I'm like, hey man, I'll call you back. Blah blah. I talked to the kid for a little bit. The dad's like, yeah, I was really excited to meet you. And I was like, yeah, it's nice to meet you too. I believe I was nice to the kid. I call Will back, and Will answers the phone laughing, basically saying, Man, you really shit on that kid right in front of him, didn't you? Before that, Talon was telling me he kind of shit on that kid, and I was like, "Whatever, Talon." I was bad man. Whatever, Talon. You're lying. And you answer like, "Damn, I guess I really."
The answers, and I'm laughing. Like, yeah, his costume's not that good. I'll show you. I'm like, oh, let me see him. And he turns it around, like the kid's just standing there.
Oh,
trick or treat.
Felt so bad. So, for whatever reason, if that kid still somehow is a fan, I am so sorry.
Or the dad.
Or
dad
the
could be
dad.
listening.
The dad too. I apologize. If you guys please come back to my house this year, please. I live in the same place. Don't tell anybody. If I live in the same place, please come back. Please reintroduce yourself. Please make fun of me for being an asshole. I am so sorry. Literally, I bring it up to Talon at least once a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
the kid should come as like a supplement that says not NSF certified.
Oh my God.
Yo, hey, if the dad's listening.
If the dad's listening, come bring your kid and just be wearing like a piece of paper that says not NSF certified. That'd be hilarious, dude. I hope to God I see that kid again, man. I feel so bad. I felt so bad. I probably ruined that kid. He probably talks to his, yeah, I met Taylor Lewan once. Guy's an asshole.
Yeah,
Guy's
so
complete
excited, dude. Damn. Missed off.
You hate when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I like to think it doesn't happen as much as it does, but
Never
much
know.
as it probably does.
I mean, for what it's worth, you always do a great job around everybody.
Thank you.
Because I notice it, because obviously I'm around. Oh, Taylor Lewan. I'll just kind of stand to the side. Is this your agent?
Hey, we were out shooting guns a week or so ago, and some guy came up and loved our podcast, wanted us to take a picture. We tried to get Corey Levin to take a picture of us, and Corey basically told the guy to go fuck himself.
Yeah,
we had to take a
yourself,
selfie picture because Corey wouldn't be the guy to take the picture. It was hilarious.
That shit was funny, dude.
Dude, we got one more thing. We got one more thing on the docket.
Dude, I'm sad Spooktober's ending.
Dude, every year
we've been really hanging on this episode. We're hanging on. We're telling great stories. It's been this entire month has been nothing short of fucking amazing, dude, with everyone out there too. But I'm sad it's coming to an end.
Oh my God, it really is, dude. And you know what? We just got to get ready for the next fucking year. We got to get ready for the next deal. As always, on every single podcast, we're going to shout out. I think so. This is last year, 2019. This was our favorite haunted house.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think this was number one in my book. As we go on this year, this entire month, obviously we've been telling you where we've been going. We'll probably have a new list, maybe, unless these guys really get it going strong.
Yeah.
But there's a place called Slaughterhouse, dude. Slaughterhouse was unbelievable. They did a good job of spacing out the people. They had our favorite part of the whole thing was
the OGs.
It was 45 minutes long, and you hit so many different themes. Like you'd go from one theme to the next, and the transitions were really good. But you saw Freddy Krueger, you saw
Mike Myers,
you saw Mike Myers.
We almost got fanboyish.
Yeah,
oh shit! Hey, there he is.
We got a pick.
Yeah,
what's the deal?
Yeah,
and then we got at a character being spooked. See that?
You're right.
Pretty fucked up. And this place is actually they have actually a tattoo parlor there. The guy asked me to do a tattoo on me. I'm not sure if I'm ready to have like a haunted character on my body. It would not go with the theme of the rest of my body. But they're talented as hell. They have a tattoo shop in there. They have
movie theater,
a movie theater, and they play old school spooks.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty epic. That was our favorite one. There was a guy in the beginning actually that had a real snake in his hand. Anybody who knows me knows snakes are my biggest fear. Scared the ever living shit out of me. And I think was Nikki in town?
Yeah,
Nick was in town
Nick
with his
and Rachel.
girlfriend that year. Yeah, are they still together?
Yeah, they're married.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys still together?
Yes.
You know, I thought that's them statistics.
Hey, they're living different, dude. They built a house.
I saw it. Did you send me? Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Nice
house.
shit, Nikki. Good work. This Spooktober has been unbelievable. The last 4 episodes, we were talking about it after the 3rd episode, how much fun this has been. This has been probably our favorite 4 pods. We hope to God you guys liked it. We know you guys are having an amazing traction of sending us your spooks, your daily spooks, the haunted houses, the stories of when you've been scared. It's been unbelievable. Tier 1s, Tier 2s, we know you're going to do it. Make sure you fucking subscribe and rate 5 stars. We love you to death.
Tier 3s too.
Tier 3s.
They do it.
Tier 3s need to be brought along, but then Tier 2s. Because as soon as you subscribe and rate 5 stars and you follow, you're at least a Tier 2 by then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So them Tier 2s, go snag them Tier 3s. Them Tier 1s, go snag them Tier 3s and bring them with us, boys. November's coming up. Halfway through the season, hopefully, based on COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That Thanksgiving deal's coming up.
Don't start losing your body This is the time where it gets
This
a
is
little
when
colder out there.
it's a little
the
colder.
candy starts coming in the
That
belly.
layer piece.
You start getting excited for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Christmas food.
Oh,
all of it. Do you go downhill real quick?
I'll tell you what. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
I got a question for you though before we end it.
Go ahead.
How stoked are you that we've embraced Spooktober into what it is from the year you were introducing me to Spooktober? The next year we made it a little more. We found a pod. Now we've brought everybody else into the theme of Spooktober. Like, this is kind of like, I don't know if you got it anywhere, but this is kind of your little baby you've kind of seen grown over the last few years.
This has been shout out Jack and Garrett, not Josh. This has exceeded my expectations of the decor in this place. It has been unbelievable. These guys crushed it. 2 years ago when we talked about Spook, that was one of the more fun years because it was like, bringing somebody along, showing them the Spook.
Yeah, you introduced me to Spooktober.
And then last year we had one episode of Spooktober that was pretty fire. We really enjoyed it. But man, this has been the coolest shit. So you guys are epic. You guys make it work. And if it wasn't for the fans, we'd literally just be talking at nothing. We would just be in the basement, the 5 or 7 of us, based on how many guys are here. So, hey, fucking love you guys, man. Thank you. Next week, it'll be a new month. Spooktober's over. Love you guys. And that's when you should have played
It's delayed. I tried to play it. Fucking didn't learn.
God fucking damn it, Alex.
We can cut it. We can cut out the
trailing.
We can cut the little space in between. It doesn't matter. We're
I
good.
can't hear you. Your mic's off.
We got to leave this part in too. This shit's funny.
We'll cut it. We'll cut it out.
Funny
No,
until
fuck
you
the
mentioned
cutting.
it.
We're keeping it.
Hey, it was funny that you mentioned it. Hey, now
He makes it funny again. Big hugs, tiny kisses.
Big hugs and tiny, tiny spooky kisses. Oh, it's all. Hey, he's just grasping at straws now, hitting them all, dude.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to keep the headset on. It's kind of firing me up a little bit.
Dude, hey, great job on Spooktober, boys.
Great job.
Good work. Guys, gals, people of all ages, appreciate you so much for tuning in to another episode of Bussin' with the Boys. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the episode on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever platform you're on. We're on there. We have a YouTube channel, Bussin' with the Boys. We would love if you subscribe there as well. If you are subscribed and you want to be more for the boys, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It sounds funny and stupid and kind of obnoxious, but all of your subscriptions and resubscribing and stuff, it helps in these little algorithm games for climbing charts because, again, we are very organic. You guys, where we're at is because of you guys. So we like to keep it fucking organic and just from us, dude. Us versus the world. But we really do. We really appreciate your guys' support. A few of you had questions about merchandise. You can go, our merchandise store is on barstoolsports.com. Go over to shop, and we are under the brand Bussin' with the Boys. You can find all of our gear there. We restock constantly now. If you guys have any ideas, shout us out. If you guys buy the gear, shout us out. We really do love when you guys talk back to us, add us, mention us, put us on your stories, tag us, all that fun stuff. We like grabbing that stuff and putting it on our YouTube episodes. And again, we just love it, man. We love you guys. We appreciate you so much. Keep being for the fucking boys. Keep being a wolf. The biggest of hugs and the tiniest of kisses. We love you. We appreciate you. Tune in next week for another episode of Bussin' with the Boys.